All right.
All right, we're back, everybody. This is Jazz Bums episode 4. This one is going to be Jazz Bums Does Jazz Burn. So the idea here is that we're going to talk about records that we're not too fond of. We picked out a few, so we'll do our usual round robin. I do want to give out a shout out to Rachel's Ghost and the Wax for giving us the moniker Jazz Burns accidentally. So we're going to play up it a little bit and use that for some inspiration. Remember to like and subscribe, leave your comments of what you agree. What records do you think aren't so good? And we're going to get this thing going. So Chris, you want to start us off?
Yep. Let's see. I'm going to go with I'm going to order mine like worst to the worst. I don't know, like crappy to even worse. So my first one is a Kai Winding record, which I'm usually a pretty big fan of. He plays trombone, and this is Rainy Day on Verve. I bought this kind of early on in my jazz collection. It's just awful. I don't know. I mean, it's got some people on it, but like it's Kai playing trombone with like weird singing in the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see the record is so good, they erase his face from the cover.
Yeah, pretty much. He's there. Yeah. It's super shiny. Like the jacket's perfect, probably because no one ever listened to the damn thing. This is terrible.
What songs are on it? Is he doing standards or are they?
I don't even know. Half a Crown, We Fell in Love in the Rain, April Showers. And they're all ASCAP, so I guess like they're all stuff he didn't write, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the vocals are by Prevailing Winds, whoever the hell that is. So I guess it was
Prevailing Winds.
Called Prevailing Winds.
Wait a minute. I think I may have a record that has those that I picked. Hold on. I got to double check this.
Are you serious? Like one of your
Possibly. Hold on. I could be wrong. Let me just double check.
Just look at that up. Yeah, it was very disappointing because I like Kai. He's I like his stuff with JJ. You know, Kai and JJ. I've got 4 or 5 records where they play together and they're great. But I don't know. This one seemed like it was trying to be commercial, which I mean, I guess all records are trying to be commercial ultimately, but it was a miss for me for sure.
No, it's a different singing group.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Who's next? Felipe?
Okay.
Okay, there we go. So I picked 2 records as well. It sometimes it's hard. I mean, there's a lot of great records, but there's a lot of really crappy records too. And I think it's important for us to not only just because some person is highly recognized or anything, that we should just bow down to everything they do. So my very first pick is it's actually a blue label, YB. Let me see.
What we got?
Yeah, RVG, the whole damn thing. It's a Van Gelder record, beautifully recorded. It's a 1962 session by this great musician, great drummer. So he started exploring with African musicians. And I'm not sure if you guys ever saw this one.
I don't know.
African Beat by Art Blakey.
Yeah.
I have
I've
not.
seen that.
It is okay. It's Art Blakey, but sorry, I played it once. I don't want to play it again. You see, there's like 359 musicians participating.
Oh yeah. How many drummers are on that?
All of them?
Let me. Curtis Fuller is here, okay? Curtis Fuller.
All right.
Okay, well,
Yusef Lateef. But it's just so many people, so much stuff going on. Honestly, it might be a masterpiece, but it's not for me. I played this once. I said, okay, that's good. It's an Art Blakey record. I have it. I don't even know how much it's worth on Discogs. If it's worth like a couple hundreds, please email me. I'll happily sell it, okay?
Half price.
I don't know. It's just too messy. Too much drumming. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a Columbia record kind of like that too.
Yeah,
I actually
like the Afro something.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. But,
It's a nice one. It's pristine. Okay, it's pristine. The only
You're really
thing
selling it. You should put it up on eBay now.
discount.
So it's got the notch. It's clean.
So it's a 1962 release. Apparently, he was in a drumming explorations with African musicians. Probably he just drove down somewhere, invited everyone he found, and they recorded.
What's the catalog number? Is that 4100 series?
84 is 4097. 8409.
Okay.
So we're at the end of the 4,000.
Yeah. There we go.
I'll take your word on that one.
Yeah.
Hopefully Joe Harley's not watching and had this one queued up for a tone card coming up.
Yeah. Please, Joe, don't do it for Don't Mow It, okay? There's way better, way better stuff that should come before it. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, you see, Art Blake is not even showing his face much here.
Yeah. That's funny. Good one.
All right.
Mike, what do you got?
Okay, so the year is 1960. We are, I think, pretty sure the label's on the West Coast. Pretty sure it's recorded on the West Coast. This is a recent reissue of a record as part of a series. So let me just show you guys this. So this is Art Pepper plus 11.
Oh my God.
And there's a lot on this record that I feel like I really should like it. It's Art Pepper. They're doing a bunch of jazz standards, really great ones. They do Walkin' on this, which is like the Miles Davis version of Walkin' might be my favorite jazz song. The way that Miles sounds on that first solo is just incredible. And I will say the solos on this are fantastic. The pressing itself is outstanding. Everything about this is great, except for one thing, and that's the band that's backing him, to me, makes it sound like it's like a game show theme song. Like they turn these jazz standards into game show theme songs. So for me, it's really kind of a hard, cheesy listen. Although I will say, again, the solos on this are very good. The songs selection is outstanding. It's really just the arrangements and the kind of the medium-sized band that's backing him that kind of just ruins this for me. And I've tried giving this as like a spin, I think 3 times, and it just doesn't do it for me. And it's part of that new contemporary series that's coming out. And their first 6 that they picked, they have like Art Pepper meets the rhythm section, and then this one. And I really wasn't that interested in the others, except for maybe Jazz Giant. I forget who the leader is. What is it?
Isn't it Benny Carter? Is his name?
Benny Carter, yeah. So I don't know. Those first 6 really just didn't speak to me that much. But this one I picked up because it's Art Pepper, and for me this is a pass.
Mike, the thing that he's giving this cold stare to the band.
I don't know what that is. Looking cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree slightly on that one. I get where you're coming from, though.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've actually heard that the cover art reproduction isn't that great on. I mean, I think it looks fine, but compared to the original, they didn't do a great job with the resolution and the color. But
Never going to get Chad on the channel.
all right, so that's my first one.
All right. Well,
What you got, Chris?
Oh my God, this is such a shitty record. Oh my God, it's so terrible. This is one of the 3 that I didn't buy. I mean, I bought it because it was part of that collection, but Maynard Ferguson Hot. This record is pure trash. It is garbage.
It's even on fire. It's a jazz burn.
Dude, look at this guy.
Yes, the cover's on fire.
He is way past his prime.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I got some great Maynard Ferguson records. This is not one of them. It's like disco crap.
Which label has good Maynard Ferguson? Because he has some on MRC that I've not picked up. I don't pick his stuff up.
I mean, the thing, Maynard's not my favorite because he was like king of the super shrill high note. You know, like that was his big flashy thing, which kind of gets on my nerves. It's just not my favorite thing. But some of his older stuff is good. I've got a couple of, I don't know if they're on, I don't know what label they're on, probably Columbia. That's what he's on mostly, but they're good. This is not one of them. This record is garbage. I mean, to give you an idea, the first track is called Rocky 2 Disco.
Wow.
That's the first track. Rocky 2 Disco. Like, no. I looked up a review of this.
Can we see the label? What's the label look like?
It's standard, you know.
Okay.
Columbia.
I did forget this does have a disco version of the theme from Star Trek on it too.
Oh, right.
The jazz disco version of the theme from Star Trek. So
all right.
But I looked up a review and the guy was just like, yeah, this is his worst record ever. And he couldn't play anymore by this point. He'd blown his whole thing out with all his trill high notes for 40 years. So this is garbage. Pure garbage.
So this is the picture in the back cover, it looks like a daredevil. Said, okay, I recorded this thing, now I'm gonna jump to death or something.
Something. It looks like somebody's angry dad that's just like yelling at everyone, like, you know, get off my lawn so I can play my horrible trumpet music.
That is great. That is so good.
It's got a 1 star on my Discogs, so I couldn't give it like
That makes sense. That makes
0.5.
sense.
All right, what's next?
Okay.
Oh,
My second pick is also I'm having a Blue Note day. Okay, everything is Blue Note.
this is in a Japanese sleeve too, it sounds like.
Okay, also blue label, white bead. This is not Van Gelder. Van Gelder did not commit this crime, I think, I hope.
At least not on this copy.
So let me see. This, I think, is let me just pull on the date here. This is 1972, April. It's a 50-year-old record. Anniversary. Okay, let's have a box set out of that.
Yeah.
So if you look at him on the cover, he's like, even like, gosh, what have I done?
What is it?
Is that?
That's Horus Silver.
Yeah.
Total
Oh.
Response.
Okay.
Quintet, sextet with vocals.
Oh,
This is one of the worst things I've ever heard.
It sounds awful.
Honestly. It's just
We
like,
all love Horus Silver, but that with vocals
it's
is,
like, it's look,
I like the art.
that's cool.
Kind of weird.
that's cool. There's like little bit of lyrics here, you know, soul searching. Like before each like lyric start, there's like a title, like for example, soul searching, subject, column, finding destiny and true values. Old Mother Nature calls, subject, physical health. Once you open up your senses, subject, aloofness, preoccupation, lack of tact, vanity, insincerity, and lack of sympathy. I have zero sympathy for this record.
Boom. I mean, if you got to tell us what the subject is, it's probably not
Exactly,
something
right?
to talk about.
What kind of animal am I? I mean, dude, right?
Yeah, that's
You did brilliant stuff, but the thing is, like, I listened to it once and was like, it's like this mixture, like soul searching and the hippie thing, and kind of trying to get into the blues, funky jazz, early 70s. It's
Yeah.
all mixture. I don't know. It's like if you, okay, let's blend, let's put a steak on a blender and see how it feels. It's horrible. So it's going to be horrible.
Is it like funky? Is it like one of those Donald Byrd, like 70s style records, like going in that direction?
No, that is like a Sergeant Pepper's compared to this.
I don't know. Have you heard "Thanks for Funking Up My Life" by Donald Byrd? Somebody posted it on JBL.
Oh, no.
The record
No,
sucks.
I didn't
The
go
record
that
too,
far.
it's
No, no.
terrible.
Oh, so there's like a subtitle, United States of Mind, Phase 2.
That's like too much.
What the hell? It's too much, man. It's a concept that didn't quite.
And if that's Phase 2, I don't even want to hear what Phase 3 is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Get me out of this. Look,
All right.
Horus is
Praying
great.
someone will buy this record, and Felipe fell for it.
Yeah, sorry. Another one, if you're willing to send me an offer, pay for shipping, I'm totally up for it, okay? It's pristine, it's near mint, original. It includes the original inner sleeve.
There you go.
All right. I feel like I'm not going to be making friends on this next one here.
I'm
So
already mad at you, so it's okay.
I pulled this just blind from a record shop because I like the musician a lot. And yeah, let's just get into it. This is the Blue Yusef Latif. Come on. I'm not like, I don't gravitate towards the bluesy side of jazz, with exception, like the Lou Donaldson Blues Walk is outstanding. So it's, it's not my preferred like genre, like subgenre. But that said, I mean, it's Yusef. I mean, I can get into like his world music stuff that he's doing. The players on this, I mean, this is 1968. You have Blue Mitchell trumpet, Sonny Red alto, Kenny Burrell guitar, Buddy Lucas harmonica. Like this, I feel like I want to like this, but like the first opening track is like Juba Juba. It's a total vibe, but like it's completely repetitive. There's not much going on. There's a little harmonica. It's just kind of boring to me. I'm just not into it. There's some vocals, and it's like it's almost like a bluesy scatting type vocals, which for me it just doesn't work. There's a Othelia. This one really swings hard, but again, it's really repetitive. I don't really hear too much interesting, music there when I was listening to it. So this is my second pick, and this for me is a jazz burn.
That's great.
Unbelievable.
It kind of looks like.
Come on, I'm leaving you guys speechless.
I look at this cover, I think of Snoopy Dogg or something like this.
Have you heard it, Felipe? That record?
No.
No.
Thanks for the tip, Mike. I'll never buy it.
Well, check it out. Look, I mean, Chris, you dig it. I mean, this is
Yeah, it's not
right.
that record. I got an awesome Speaker's Corner reissue of that record.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. I'll give you that. All right. I feel like I missed the assignment because you're like burning records people actually like. Nobody likes the shit I'm showing at all. If they do, they shouldn't. They shouldn't like any of these records.
I got to step out for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
This is the last one though. Oh, I think I did these out of order. I was supposed to do more. The Maynard Ferguson definitely is first place garbage for me. I hate that record so much. This one has been one of my favorite piano players ever. Top 5 for me. So when I saw it, I got sucked in by some interesting details that we'll talk about. But this is the new Dave Brubeck quartet. Or yes,
I
quartet.
was gonna guess. Brubeck has so much shitty stuff out there.
Oh my God, this is a horrible record. It's called A Cut Above. It's not. It's A Cut Below. I mean, it's below the belt. It's awful. So what convinced me to buy it, it was Brubeck, and I didn't know any better. It's also got this, it was fancy direct to disc cut, right?
Oh, right.
Cool old school numbered record, man. It's gonna be awesome. It's not, it sucks. It's him and his kid playing like, I mean, it's even got like all this fancy inner documentation and crap. It's him and his kid's playing like weird like Rhodes piano shit or something, or keyboards. So let's do it once. I was very disappointed.
Is there like a theme to the record, like Space Age or something?
I think it's the theme is it sucks. But these are like the grooves of a record, I guess. That's what they're going for with the whole direct to disc
All right.
thing, right?
Yeah.
There they are. They're running through the grooves. They should have stomped on the master instead.
Uh-huh.
I paid $10 for this piece of crap. So yeah, that's my.
What are good Brubeck albums?
That is weird, yes.
What?
What are the good Brubeck albums you guys think?
I mean, Time Out, obviously, right?
Yep.
Time Out is good. I like Time Further Out.
Yeah.
The two that came after that. They're upstairs. I don't have a hand now, but they're really good. Really, I have 6 eyes of those. They're really good.
Yeah.
But
Like Red Hot and Blue. I think that's what it's called.
But Time Out. I have like a 6 eye. I have 2 eye, but the best one ever. That freaking 45 can beat that. It's just crazy good.
Yeah.
He made a shit ton of records. I mean, Felipe's right. A lot of them aren't good. But he made a ton of records.
Yeah.
But him and
Yeah.
why am I going blank? Who's the sax player?
Yeah.
Paul Desmond.
I mean,
Paul Desmond, yeah.
all those exploration records by Brubeck is because I think 50s Cold War, there was a U.S. government program to send jazz musicians out there to kind of spread the capitalist, the U.S. music to the world. So he traveled a lot doing that for the government.
You know who didn't was was it Louis? Louis Armstrong was supposed to go, and then he didn't because of all the civil rights crap that was going on back then. So he refused to go. I don't know if he eventually went or not, but I remember that.
And some of the stuff in the Time Out, I don't know which part of it, but it was stuff that he learned like in Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, some of those countries. Some of those rhythms and takes he learned from there, from Eastern Europe, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, we should have a whole episode just about Time Out.
You see, you can bring good stuff. You don't have to do like Art Blakey, go to Africa and bring the shit.
Well, all jazz came from Africa originally, right? Unless I guess
Yes.
it depends on who you talk to now.
Yes.
It's slightly controversial.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, so my pick now.
Yep.
So as I mentioned to you guys earlier, I went cherry picking. I also picked a classic record series. It's an outstanding pressing. It sounds amazing.
Oh, I know what it is now.
We talked about this before, but just not for me. It might be a masterpiece. It must be like the Sistine Chapel, David, Michelangelo, whatever. I don't get it. To
It's
me,
not.
when I was like halfway through side one, I felt like there was like a cat giving birth or screaming here in my
Oh, I know what you're gonna pick, I think. Can I make a prediction?
We already know what it is.
That's it.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Sorry, it took me a little while to get
It
there.
must be great, and I think people are entitled to their opinions. I mean, it must be
I
great.
like the cover. It has a cool cover.
The cover is great. The cover,
Yeah.
is,
It makes me never want to go to Brooklyn.
I kind of, yeah. We
Does
can
look a little
understand about it,
chaotic.
right? Go Brooklyn, how Brooklyn is.
Yeah.
But again, I can't take it. I mean, it's just too much. To me, there's like a line. I can pass through the line. I mean, so the idea is explorations and soul searching, blah 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 blah. It's beautiful. Again, the cover, the pressing is amazing. It's Kevin Gray, right?
Yes.
So he did an outstanding job. It's a fantastic record, but to me, I can't take it. I mean, the other day I posted my SRX Midnight Blue. A guy criticized us. Oh, he's so overrated. Doesn't matter. It's Midnight Blue. It's an SRX. Live with it. Shove it, you know. But this thing, I can't take it.
No, I hate that record. I got it too, and I do not like it. And we're not like anti-free jazz people
Yeah.
here.
Again,
We have all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
but that's not one of them for me.
it-
What about you, Mike?
I didn't pick it up. I think I sampled it and I just was like, this isn't for me. And then you guys picked it up and really had some terrible feedback. So I just left
I
it.
think saved you from it.
it is.
I think you can get that I think for $18 on Amazon right now, which is a
Yeah.
great deal for a classic series.
You
I'm
can
gonna
buy
have
mine. You can buy mine 10 for plus shipping. Okay, whoever wants, if we just send us a message.
That's such a shame.
Holy crap. Get out of here. My goodness.
Yeah, that's probably my least favorite of the classic series. That I can
Oh,
think
by the
of.
way, do it on my couch. It's safe. No
Oh my
worries.
God.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'll jump into my next one. I kind of have two I want to show because it's the same deal for both of them. And when I show this, I just want to caveat, it is not the musicians, the music, none of that. All of that is some of the best ever. This is about the pressing, really.
Okay.
And this is Bird and Diz. I picked this up before I had any Charlie Parker, and I just wanted Charlie Parker in my collection. So I grabbed this. It's a library copy, as you can see. And it has, let me see what I've made some notes here. So this is Genius of Charlie Parker. I think it's number 4. There's a Bloom to Do on it. Charlie and Dizzy are burning. It's killer track. There's also Leapfrog on this, which is another burning record. And then there's Relaxing with Lee, which features Thelonious Monk, which Monk sounds awesome on it. Great song. But this is one of those electronically recorded for stereo, and it sounds terrible. I mean, it's an awful pressing. It's noisy on top of it. Let me see if it's I think I played it like once or twice. I mean, it's pretty clean. There's a couple scratches on this side, but it's really just the remastering for stereo that kills this one. I know that you can get some other ones that say like they're remastered for stereo and they're not. They're still mono, but this one they did. And it really, I don't know, I've read from London Jazz Collector some of the ways they process the artificial stereo and where they cut off certain things and move different things to the stereo imaging and why it sounds so bad. And this certainly is a prime candidate. Number one, because of that. And number two, the recording itself, these are from the mid 40s. So these aren't like super high fidelity, great sounding, you know, mid to late 50s Van Gelder studio recordings. These are, you know, early recordings that I don't even know if they would use the tapes for these or if they'd use, I don't know what the source would be for them, but yeah, so this one is one to sleep on, or any of these kind of Verve electronically rechanneled ones are. Unfortunately, it has a cool cover though.
I've got some of those that sound fine, but I tend to avoid them too when I see them. I mean, unless it's just a record I really want.
And then
I do want that record though, just not that version of it.
I want to build on it. This is another Verve, and again, the music on this is outstanding. This is Bill Evans alone, and I was complaining to you guys. I picked this up recently for 25 bucks, and I thought it was a steal. I looked; it has the Verve logo on it, but actually, if you actually look at this Verve logo, this is something I didn't know, but I know now. You see how the bottom has some language there? It's just basically about MGM Records, a division of MGM, made in USA. So this record that I picked up doesn't have that. What it has, it just says made in the USA. And what I didn't realize is this is a Book of the Month Club repress, reissue of this record. And they have a Verve-like label that isn't exactly right. And the vinyl, and the problem is the vinyl on this is extremely noisy on side one. So I mean, maybe I could do a better job cleaning it, but I think it's an issue with the actual pressing.
What year is this pressing, Mike?
So I don't know what this pressing is. So this was recorded in 68 and it was released in 70. I could pull it up, but I think this may have been the year of or year after. I think this was like a new record that they reissued. But don't quote me on that. But it look, everything else, well, actually, no. The back of it, if you look at an original, has pictures and this doesn't. There are probably some issues. So anyway, so next time I'm definitely going to check for BOMC. You can see
Where's
that.
that at? Oh,
right.
Okay. Good point. Yeah.
Right. And then also the label here that looks like a Verve. I mean, it is a Verve label, but it's just the bottom. It just says made in the USA. So just some things to double check when you're pulling, because I just thought this was an early pressing, and it is an early pressing, but I don't think it was pressed at the same pressing plant as the official release.
Yeah, you had that in the 80s with like the Columbia House and all that, where they'd have their own pressing plants. But you know, interestingly, some of those are the best. Some of those are good versions, right? And some of them are terrible. It's just kind of a crapshoot.
Yeah, I googled
Look at the Month Club, not so much, huh?
When I found this out, I went to the Hoffman forums and just kind of searched around. And there are people that have pressings that they like. So I mean, I don't want to completely say all of those BOMC pressings are not good or not like sufficient, but this one was particularly bad. All right, so that's our 3 rounds of some jazz burns. Any final thoughts?
Would you want to talk about the big subject at all?
Oh God.
Yeah, I think it was a good subject that you picked, Mike, and you know, just give it a different touch of most of this vinyl channels that people always talking the same thing. I think it's good to actually say what you don't like and what is not good, and open for discussion. And I mean, as I said, some of the stuff that I pointed, some people might find incredible, and that's cool that they find. It's just not, you know, whatever we pick. And I think it's good, yeah, to start discussion, start, you know, some more reach out there.
No, absolutely.
Especially about jazz, because I think jazz is a subject that is always so sacred, so great, and everything is so good, so outstanding, those great musicians. Sorry, dude, the Beatles have crappy records as well, okay?
Yeah, nobody ever posts the records they don't like to jazz vinyl lovers. I have a couple of
I
times.
never saw it. Yeah, and people are always, you put a Blue Note New York pressing or early pressing. Everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, clap, clap, clap."
Yep.
You post like a great vocal record, or let's say, one of my favorite Tom posts. This record sounds amazing. Nobody talks about it. And so let's change subject. Let's move on. And some stuff is great, some stuff sucks. So let's talk about what sucks as well. What's the matter with that, right?
Yeah, I think the moral of the story for me too of all this is like what you want to like.
Exactly. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And hate what you want to hate.
Yeah. And it kind of fits, like when we were talking about some of the things and some of the records we don't like, we were talking about the same artist records we do like. I mean, it's just a conversation that we're having, and there's some things that catch. And I do want to say, like, maybe at some point that Blue Yusef will be my thing. I mean, that's very much a possibility, because that's happened to me numerous times where I'm not into a label, I'm not into like a subgenre or something, and then all of a sudden something piques my interest and I'm in it. So I could be watching this in 5-10 years and completely disagree. So
yeah, something that clicks, right? I mean, it took me a while to get into Eric Dolphy, but when I figured him out, oh my gosh, I love him.
Yeah.
It's funny, I was just doing the same thing when I first bought Out to Lunch. Right? I didn't really like it that much. I was like, oh, that's kind of wild and weird. Now it's just one of my favorites.
It's weird, yeah. I was into like Coltrane and Hank Mobley, early Coltrane, okay, not crazy Coltrane, but still. I was into that, like soft and smooth thing, and Lou Donaldson, and then Eric Dolphy was totally not there, out there. And, but now I figure it's great. I love Out to Lunch, and I highly recommend the Music Matters pressing with outstanding.
It was a classic.
Yeah,
the classic is good too.
The classic sounds outstanding.
One record in the classic series. I don't have an OG or New York to compare. I think Page One is not a good mastering, in my opinion. Okay, I might be wrong. Must be what in the tape. I have a Blue Label. There's a lot of bass. It's a very bass-heavy record. The classic series is very thin, in my opinion. Okay, so I might be wrong. So correct me, Joe or Kevin, if I'm wrong. But it doesn't change the fact I'll never like Don Cherry. I hate Don Cherry.
Does he have any? He has any records that he leads that you do like? Do you have Cherry Jam?
No.
Cherry Jams. I think who put that out recently? Can't remember, but yeah, I don't think I have much Don Cherry.
No, I only had that one, and then that's enough.
Yeah.
I've got another one, but I don't remember what it is. I don't think I liked it very much.
Well, he definitely is on. He does Sidemen work that I can't think of what it is, but there's definitely records I like that he's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like
I mean, and that one had Pharaoh. Right?
Yeah, let me see. So, Chris, you kind of alluded to the news of the week. Did you have any thoughts that you wanted to share, or should we just leave it?
No, it's fine. Everybody else is talking about it, we might as well. It's the whole MoFi one-step digital debacle, right? Like everybody's freaking out because the one steps may not be as pure and clean as everyone thought.
Right.
I don't have a strong opinion on it. I mean, my opinion is I think all the strong opinions are all kind of dumb that I've heard. But I do feel like it's a little disappointing to think you're buying one thing and then find out you may be buying another one. Even if you still love the way it sounds, I think it's great.
Yeah. I was watching Melinda Murphy's video today, and she was talking about how when it says original master recording, she assumed it was master tapes. When it says Low Fidelity Sound Lab, that they had to get something else, whether it was a dupe or a digital copy. And that was my understanding too. I feel like that was everybody's understanding.
Me too.
How to interpret that that title bar that's on the front. Yeah. So I agree. I feel like when I first started getting into vinyl and audiophile vinyl, that's what people told me at the record shops. That's like what the kind of the common knowledge was. And for I don't like for them to omit that or not correct anybody outright. It it seems like they kind of did that purposefully. I mean, this has already been said, but when you get a one step, it shows you the process. So they are showing us, but they omit that kind of key factor that obviously is important. I mean, that's why everybody's talking about it. So that does seem like they were misleading, and that's unfortunate because they are a storied audiophile label. They do great titles, and yeah.
Yeah, I think one thing that I learn every day in my profession, the devil is in the details. So you got to be really attentive to that. And I think it sucks in a sense because they were never very clear about it, but they never actually said that, oh, we are a AAA. They never said that.
Yeah.
It's kind of misleading. I mean, those strips on the records are sort of misleading, but they're not a lie as well. But it's kind of, yeah, it's weird. I think they're going to have to kind of rebrand themselves. And two things. First, one thing I read about a couple of times that all those car brands, they have like this huge debacles and they do this mass recalls. They actually get a great perception from their customers because they're trying to do the right thing. So maybe there's a good chance for them there to try to fix that.
Yeah.
Right. And
I mean, yeah, I don't hate digital records. I got plenty of digital records. I got a digital record right here that sounds amazing, right? It was recorded digitally.
Yeah.
if it's
You
well,
know.
Do you know if the Miles records are, because after this, I went and I played Nefertiti last night.
Oh.
It sounds incredible. It's like one of the best sounding records in my collection.
The MoFi or what?
The MoFi, yeah.
I don't have it, so I don't know.
Oh, so good.
Miles MoFi is, even Ken says, hands down, these are the best Miles you can possibly get. These are the MoFis.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody thinks they sound bad, and I think we as jazz or just vinyl collectors go for AAA because we feel like it's going to be good, right? It's not going to be some shoddy, shitty product, which there's plenty of digital records out there where, there's CD transfers or just crappy digital transfers, low quality, and that's what we don't want. That's when we go for AAA.
Yeah.
If they're using this DSD thing and it's like super high tech and, indistinguishable, I think we'll all be fine with that. We just need to know that ahead of time.
Yeah. All right. Well, I do got to run. But this is fun. And like and subscribe, add your comments. Let us know what you think about our selections for what we want to burn. Give another shout out to Rachel's Ghost channel. Definitely check them out. They have a morning live stream discussion that they talk about records. It's really fun. The conversation goes everywhere. A lot of good people join as well. And then shout out to the Wax for planting the seed for this episode. All right.
Shout out to Bruno for making records that we can use today. In the video.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.